The first time I met my wife's parents, her mother threw a glass of wine in my face. "That's how we cleanse the poor," she sneered. Her lifestyle came with a $140,000 monthly price tag. My wife let out a laugh, one that sounded rehearsed, like she'd been waiting for that exact moment. I grabbed one of their expensive white linen napkins, dried my face, looked her mother straight in the eyes, and said, "All business between your firm and mine ends now." With those words, the persona I had maintained for years slipped away. 3 years earlier, I still believed in love. I met Alina at a charity gala. She was graceful, mysterious, like moonlight wrapped in silk. Her presence captivated me, her drive mirrored my own, and her affection felt like the warmth of belonging. We got married just 6 months after meeting. At that time, I ran a successful mid-sized tech consulting firm, steady revenue, solid reputation. Alina once told me she believed in what I was building. She said I reminded her of the man her father used to be, before greed took his soul. She'd stay up late with me, running her fingers along the ink of my proposals, whispering about the empire we'd create together. So when I offered my services to her father's corporation, it felt like the beginning of something grand. We secured a major IT restructuring deal. My company's revenue tripled. I thought we were building a future. But empires don't fall with earthquakes, they decay slowly, from the inside. The first sign was silence. She stopped asking about my work. Her phone was always buzzing, but her eyes stopped shining. She started staying late for mysterious projects she never explained. I noticed her perfume had changed, stronger, unfamiliar. Then one night, she left her laptop open. I didn't mean to snoop. I didn't need to. The screen was already screaming betrayal. It was an email to her mother. "Don't worry. I'll marry him. We'll drain the contracts, then move on. Like we planned. Daddy gets the system intel. I'll file once the prenup vests." That's when something inside me shifted. It wasn't anger, not even pain. It was colder than either. I shut the laptop, walked into the kitchen, and poured a glass of water. My hand was steady. I had been a pawn. But now I had purpose. I didn't lash out. I didn't accuse. I waited. The next morning, I kissed her forehead, handed her the keys to my car, and waved as she drove off. Then I cloned her hard drive. From that day forward, I started collecting emails, bank logs, corporate links. I followed every breadcrumb her father's firm left inside my systems. They'd been using me, my tools, to get around regulations, mask offshore movements, and cover their tracks. Even the prenup was designed by her mother. It matured in 3 years, exactly when Alina would be entitled to nearly half my company. Unless I had proof of infidelity. And that's where Luca came in. The bartender. Young, smooth-talking, reckless with secrets. I paid him and set the stage at her favorite bar. Within weeks, he was a fixture in her life. She couldn't resist. I documented everything. Texts, meetings, hotel receipts, hidden footage. On our 3rd anniversary, she kissed me goodbye, said she had a late work dinner. I smiled and told her to take her time. That night, I uploaded it all. The affair. The fraud. The internal emails plotting my downfall. Then I called my lawyer. The next morning, we served them. All of them. While Alina's mother sipped her coffee, federal agents knocked on their door. Her father tried to bluff his way through, but data doesn't care about performance. Their accounts were frozen before lunch. Alina came home to a locked gate and a legal notice. She called me over 30 times. I never picked up. 2 weeks later, an invitation arrived, dinner with her family. I accepted. Wore black. Said little. Her mother hurled wine in my face, trying to reclaim control. Alina laughed, nervous, defiant. I smiled the way she used to love. Then I told them I was terminating every contract with their company. Her father paled. "You wouldn't." "I already have," I said. The breach I traced to their servers had already leaked. Their offshore dealings were now public. Their company's value halved in 2 weeks. I stood. I never wanted revenge. I wanted truth. Loyalty. What you gave me was motive. At the door, I looked back once. "You used me." I used to back. The difference is, I kept it legal. I walked out and didn't return. Over the next half year, their business collapsed under audits and lawsuits. Alina tried to fight the prenup in court. She failed. With evidence of her affair and conspiracy, she left with nothing but scandal and regret. As for me, I sold my firm, moved offshore, launched a fund that doesn't just turn profit. It teaches lessons. I don't trust easily anymore. I don't fall blindly. But I don't regret any of it. Because when betrayal burns, you don't just watch the lies turn to ash. You rise, tempered by the fire.